How's everyone doing? It's Sanitary 103, promoting clean eating and clean healthy lifestyle. So in today's video, I wanted to give you my opinion and perspective on what kind of things, essential things that I look for when I shop for any type of protein bar or meal replacement bar. There's so many on the market, and I'm not going to do a specific review on these products. This is just as an example. My wife and I share these. They're geared towards females, I believe, but who cares? So these are Special K ones. These are pretty tasty. These are the chocolate caramel, and these are the strawberry ones. And I've tried tons of bars back in the day. Back in the late 90s when I was in high school and wrestling, there were only a few options. There was this nasty, I'll see if I can try to find a visual. There was only like 4 flavors of a power bar, and it was just like pure rubber. There was like a chocolate flavor, which was disgusting, a banana, raspberry, and like I forgot the other one. But now, it being, many, many years later, got a lot of options, but with a lot of options you can get very confused. So I'll use this as an example. Typically what I like to look for when I'm choosing any type of bar is find out what reason are you utilizing the bar for. Is it for a meal replacement? Is it for high activity because you're an endurance type athlete? Or is it just for weight loss? Or just to satisfy your sweet tooth? There's a lot of factors that need to take into account, but I'm going to try to simplify this as much as possible. So for instance, I did videos on Clif Bars in the past. I'll link any pertinent videos in the description box. Clif Bars have a lot more carbs. I think it's like 35-40 carbs. If you're trying to lose weight, that's probably not the best, because if you're not utilizing those carbohydrates, it's going to turn into glucose, and then the glucose will be eventually stored as fat if not utilized. So what I like to look for is, like this bar right here, the caramel one, this has 170 calories. So anywhere between like 100, under 200 calories, that's a pretty reasonable amount of calories, whether you're just using it for a pre-workout or maintaining weight or just on the go. So it's pretty reasonable. It'll help you keep you satiated between meals and not give you the temptation of overeating with something even worse. So this one, like I said, 170 calories. Anything below 200 calories is reasonable. The other thing is the carbohydrates. Now this one right here has, let's see. So if you look at the carbohydrates, so that's 23, but 3 grams of fiber. So you can always, to get the net carbs, you can minus the dietary fiber from the total carbohydrates, FYI. So this has 23 carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, so 20 carbs. So 20 net carbs and 12 grams of protein. So it's about a 2-to-1 carbohydrate to protein ratio. So that's pretty reasonable. 20 carbs or less is what I look for. Under 200 calories, like I said earlier. And then at least 10 grams of protein. Why the protein? Whether you're a male or a female, or depending on what needs that you have, the protein keeps you feeling fuller for longer, and that's what you like. You want to get the most bang for your buck in terms of calories, and by having something that's really carb heavy, like a Clif Bar, like I mentioned, I'm not picking on Clif Bars, but for the sake of this video, and if you're not, gonna utilize those extra carbs, you don't need that. So the extra protein is gonna slow down the absorption of the carbohydrates, keep you feeling more satiated. It's not gonna spike your insulin as much, and you're good to go. So in a quick nutshell, to sum up this entire video, look for bars that are 200 calories or less, at least 10 grams of protein, and 20 carbs or less, net carbs. And you should be good to go. Real quick, you might be wondering what about fat content? I don't want to exclude fat content, but most bars have between 4 grams to like 6 grams or so. So they're pretty consistent, so I didn't want to go too much into the amount of fat, because all across the board they usually have between like 3 to 7 grams, 6 grams or so. So you shouldn't worry too much about that. Just make sure it doesn't have any trans fats, but that's pretty rare. It might have some saturated fat. But as long as your overall fat intake is not out of hand, you're going to be okay and good to go. Thanks for watching. Comments and questions are always welcome. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for all the latest in diet, health, and fitness if not already. I put out at least 2 to 3 no-nonsense videos per week, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.